One of the biggest puzzles in freelancing on Upwork is how to prepare a winning proposal. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to prepare and send winning proposals so you can start landing jobs and building your profile with confidence on Upwork. My name is Raymond and I'm a freelance bookkeeper and accountant, and I have helped more than 50 clients on Upwork from US, Canada, Europe, and from Australia. Today, I'll break down the steps I follow before sending a proposal, including the red flags to watch out for and how to structure your message and what is the secret that would help you stand out or receive a feedback or a response from the client for your proposals. Step number 1 is don't just apply to every job. You search jobs that match your skills and services that you actually offer. Use filters to narrow down your industry, experience level, and job type. If you're a bookkeeper, do not apply to SEO writing jobs just because they pay well. Another important thing is don't expect that clients will train you for the job or there will be like a turnover for the job. They are hiring experts. Make sure you already know how to deliver the results before applying. It is not like our typical corporate job that when you join the company, you will have a training. So it's not always like that, and most of the time it is not like that. Which brings us to the second point is to read the job description carefully. So if you have like selected, I like to apply this job posting, then you read the job description carefully. This is where most freelancer fails and they don't read the full job description. When you're reading job description, make sure to check the following: skills required, hourly or fixed rate offered, project duration, location or language requirements, because sometimes the job posting would require you to speak Spanish or French, or you have to be in Americas, or you have to be in Europe or Pacific country. If you don't qualify to those requirements, do not apply, because you're gonna be wasting time, wasting your connects, and that would pile up and be included in the list of proposals that you don't get responded. You also check out the special tools or platforms mentioned in the job posting. So if it says must know Xero and US tax filing, you do not apply if you've never opened Xero in your life. Easy as that. If the job description seems like you can handle it, then you can apply. But if it's obviously not in your area or it's obvious that you cannot complete the job, do not send any proposal for that. So there's a lot of job postings that should fit to your skills. Make sure you only send for those job postings. Number 3, before you sending your proposal, you check the client profile. You have already searched for the right job. You have read the job description carefully. Third one is you check for the client profile. Check if the payment method is verified for that client. You will see that in the job posting that there's payment method verification note. If the payment method is verified, meaning he added a payment card or a credit card, and that gives you assurance that you will get paid for the work you do, especially the hourly contracts. You also check if there are repeat hires and if there are any positive feedback or review about the client. So if there are several negative freelancer reviews, do not apply for the job, because that would give you a higher risk that this client would become a tough engagement. This engagement would be tough for you and later on will take a toll on your profile or in your feedbacks in case you will be hired. Number 4 is now we are here at drafting the proposal. Now you have established that you really want to apply this job after reading the job description and reading the client profile. Let's go step by step. Number 1 is greetings. You greet the client by name. If ever you can source the name of the client, do not start with mom or sir. So it's cold and it's very generic. It only applies to school. It would be better if you say hi Sarah or hi Michael. You can actually source the client's name from the feedback or reviews from freelancers in the client history. So you can look for freelancer feedback with a note which mentions the client's name. That's how I do it. Step number 2 is address the projects. You have read the job description carefully, so now in your proposal you have to open your proposal by showing that you understand the job. Say for example, hi Michael, I saw you're looking for someone to clean up your QuickBooks online account and reconcile 3 months of transactions, and here is how I will help. Addressing the project. And step number 3 is you lay out the plan. Tell them how you will deliver the output. Example, I'll begin with an initial review of your books to identify discrepancies. Then I'll send you my assessment and step-by-step process to complete the job. That would give them an idea that you know how to do the job. Step number 4 is state what you need. Be clear about what you'll need from them. Example, they will say, to be able to complete this job successfully, I would need system access for your QuickBooks Online or Zero account, like a login access. Next is the documents that you will need. For us bookkeepers, we always need bank statements, receipt, or what other documents that they have, like lease contract for the rent, a purchase, like invoice for any equipment, or other documents that could help the engagement. Then you also include that you will need a communication channel. What is their preferred communication channel to communicate progress, or if there are questions? Sometimes they would always prefer to stay in Upwork. And then deadline, if the engagement is for milestone, you can ask them what are the deadlines where they need it ASAP. So that's step number 4. You state what you need. And number 5 is you mention challenges you anticipate. This shows experience. Now, if, say for example, you would say, if bank feeds are not updated, we may need to import transactions manually, and I've handled before using CSV file uploads. So that would give them an idea that, okay, this guy has actually done it before, because he even knows the challenges that will be encountered in this job. So now that you have done those, you mentioned about that you understand the job, you've mentioned how you will do the job, what you will need, and what will be the expected challenges. Number 6 is you introduce yourself. You will say your background, your experience. So say, for example, I'm a CPA with 5 years plus of experience handling trust reconciliation, QuickBooks cleanup, payroll, and month-end reporting, and even preparation of dashboards for CFO level reporting. So I've completed over 50 jobs on Upwork with 100% job success rate. See, after you introduce yourself is your availability. You can say, I'm available to start immediately and can commit 20 hours per week to this project, say for example starting tomorrow. And then last is, in your proposal, last is you always include a call to action. That's number 8. Say for example, you will say, if this sounds like a good fit, let's set up a quick call to discuss next steps. Looking forward to hearing from you. Not all of this would be included in your proposal, especially if there's not much of information that was there in the job posting, because the guys posting are not HR guys that knows what should be included in the job posting. Sometimes the information is very much limited, but at least you have an idea on what are the key items that you can include in your proposal, and then you can just mix and match based on whatever information is available on the job posting. So before hitting the send, just make sure that you don't send the same template to everyone. So that's one of my biggest mistakes when I started. I created a template and just send it over to whoever is posting jobs on Upwork. I never received a response to any of my proposals when I started in Upwork back in 2021. Don't talk too much about yourself without relating it to the job. So if, say for example, you have worked with real estate industry, and you will mention a lot about your experience working with, say for example, an e-commerce business or a tech business. So do not mention a lot about those. Mention only limited information that can help the client understand more about you and how you can accomplish the job. And do not send one-line proposal like, I can do this, hire me. So it will not work. There are very, very short outreach messages that does not even sound like a proposal, but I also do them sometimes. It's like an outreach message. I'm gonna do another video on how to prepare those. But for starters, like if you're just starting up in Upwork and building your profile here, it would be best that you format it like a proposal. You can keep it short. You must keep it short, under 200 words if possible. Show you read and understood the job. Focus on what they truly care about. It's the results, the reliability, and the clarity that you can accomplish the job. I will add a sample of the proposals that I have prepared. I got response in even get hired from previous clients at the end of this video. So now that's it. Writing a good proposal on Upwork doesn't have to be a mystery. It's about showing clients you understand what they need and how you will deliver. If this helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. What's your biggest struggle in writing proposals on Upwork? Thank you for the time and watching this video. And if you like this kind of video that would help you growing as a freelancer in Upwork, you can check out the other videos in my channel. Thank you and have a great day.